What's up, Team Buckhouse? Johnathan Buckhouse here. In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 tips on switch snowboarding. So many of you guys want to get better at riding switch, and I'm here to help you. I've been doing it for 13 years now, and I'm going to give you all the tips that I know. Okay, so tip number 1, it's kind of obvious, but a lot of people actually don't do it. Come to a bunny hill, a blue, a green, something that's easy. A lot of people want to learn how to ride switch, but they're doing it on their main runs, the hard runs that they normally just ride down or bomb down regular. But when you're riding switch, you got to remember you're relearning how to snowboard just the opposite direction. You do have a cheat code because you already understand edges and how not to catch an edge and everything like that, but it's going to be uncomfortable. So let's go back to a beginner area to learn how to do a switch turn. We're at Big Snow. They got this nice, like, true Colorado green here, and we're gonna, go down this. I'm gonna walk you through the switch turns. So tip number 2 is our body position. We want to make sure when we're riding switch, we're gonna be scared. We don't want to be riding with our shoulder open. When we first learned how to snowboard, a lot of people, they were scared. They're leaning back, so they're in this weird, awkward body position. We want to be in a stacked body position, shoulders over knees over toes. Like we're normally snowboarding, we're confident, maybe a little slight open in the hip area, but we're stacked when we're riding switch. We're not super scared, leaning back, you know what I'm saying? So the proper body position. And number 3, kind of back to the body position, we're going back to basics with the S turn, the J turn, all that type of stuff when we're riding switch. So we're gonna drop in, I'm gonna show you going back to basics. Okay, so when I drop in switch, remember, to get on your toe side edge, we're gonna be knee steering. So we're gonna crush the bug with our toe, and then when we go to our heels, we're gonna open our knee like we're opening a door. So we're gonna crush the bug when it comes down, we're crushing the bug. Now I wanna open the door, my knee opening it to my heel side edge, we're coming this way. Then we're gonna crush the bug, push our toes down, initiate that turn. We're gonna be doing a lot of these, not the sickest turns, when we're learning how to ride switch again, which stinks. You're gonna be going slower, so you can wait to learn how to ride switch when you finally have like someone you're teaching, like your girlfriend or another person, how to ride switch, or you're just riding with someone that's not at your level. That's a great time to practice switch as well, or on a cat track. You don't want to just like, okay, I know how to bomb, I'm gonna just do it switch. That's how you're gonna catch an edge and get really hurt. So go back to the basics. The other thing you can do too when you're riding switch is hold those turns longer. So I'm gonna hold my switch heel side edge, I'm gonna crush the bug, get to my toes, and I'm gonna go across the whole run. Do it again here, cross the whole run, and just going slower. I'm not trying to smoke it down the run. I'm trying to get used to these edges. What does it feel like to be going down the opposite direction? Actually, a really good thing to do when you're not on the snow to get used to going the opposite direction with momentum is skateboard. Just skateboard switch a little bit, just cruising down your street or whatever. That will help you with your switch riding, and that's not a tip, that's a bonus tip. Now, tip number 4 for getting good at riding switch is snagging an Evolution sticker. They're all linked in the description. You slap it on your helmet and you're gonna be able to ride switch like no issues at all. Okay, obviously that's a joke, but snagging the merch supports the dream. It's how I do this for a living. You can get the hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeves, the windbreakers, any of our merch, guys. It's linked down below. You snag it, tag me on my Instagram. I'll give you guys gear and sticker shots in the vlogs. Now, tip number 4 is kind of for that person that's, they're getting switched down, they're dialing it in, and they want to take their switch stuff to the terrain park. And so with that, this is really cool. When it comes to riding the park, let's say we're gonna do a switch board slide. The cool thing with the switch board slide is the only thing that's switch is the takeoff. So when you're doing the actual board slide, it's just like if you were doing a regular board slide. So don't overcomplicate it. The only thing you kind of need to focus on is like, is my approach right? Am I entering the feature the correct way? We're not gonna go crazy into details like that, but when you're doing switch tricks in the park, just remember, it's only switch for a moment. Say you're gonna do like a cab 1, which is a switch front side 180. The initiation is switch, but once you're in the air, you're going back to regular and it should all feel normal. So that's kind of like an advanced tip. Just remember that the takeoffs are the only things that are gonna feel a little foreign to you, but that's gonna take a lot of repetition. We're gonna rip down to the bottom of this hill switch, and I'll give you the last tip at the bottom. All right, guys, now the 5th tip, the final tip is you have to ride switch. You got to do it a lot. I have this thing where I ride at least 30% of every single run switch. If I'm going through the park, there's at least one feature I'm hitting switch. You got to ride switch. The way I really learned was every single time I'd strap into my snowboard, I'd start the run switch and I would ride till I got uncomfortable, and then I'd switch back. And then the next run, I'd have to ride past the part that I got uncomfortable, switch, and just try to beat myself. And then by the end of the run, I was riding the entire mountain switch, which is insane. So get out there, ride it, Force yourself to do it. I promise you, if you gave yourself like a week, if you're going often, you're gonna get it, and then you're gonna be stoked because now you can ride Switch. Now with all that being said, Team Buckhouse, these are my tips for riding Switch. If you got other ones, comment them down below in the comments. If this video did help you though, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, join the strongest ski and snowboard community on the internet. And with that, Team Buckhouse, thank you so much for shredding with me today, and as always, thanks for watching. Keep evolving. We'll see you tomorrow in another video. It is daily on this snowboard channel.